Good morning everyone, Gary here. I'm having a mid-bike crisis, and this morning I thought I'd talk a little about warming up your bike. And this bike doesn't have carbs, it's got fuel injection. If you do have carbs, you want to pull the choke out just a little bit, just enough to get the engine rolling, because when you start a cold bike, that is the time when most of the wear and tear takes place. And yeah, normally let it idle for a minute or so while I'm putting on my helmet and gloves. I've just got my helmet on now, so because my mic's in the helmet, so, and see, I've got a computer, and just check under the bike for any leaks. Make sure the tires are all cool. And basically, once it's idled for just a little while, you want to get going as soon as possible. You certainly don't want to rev the bike at this stage right now, because you will stuff your engine up. And we've got a bit of rain. And yeah, for the first few Ks, keep the revs low. Get going as soon as possible, because the airflow will warm your engine up much quicker, especially if you've got an air-cooled engine. And if you've got carbs, remember, once you get going, to put the choke back. Don't forget that. You don't want to ride around with the choke out. And as I said, just pull the choke out enough for the engine to be able to turn over without spluttering. You don't want to have to try and start it 14 times either. So, but you don't want the revs to be too high. You want to keep those revs down. You also don't want to lug the engine. And so for the first few Ks, I will take it easy. Just keeping the engine under 5,000 revs for about the first 3 Ks until my lights come on to tell me that the engine is at its maximum, or not maximum, but optimum temperature. And then I'd normally ride just normally for a couple more Ks, another 1 or 2 Ks, to make sure the oil in the engine is also warmed up properly. So yeah, after about 3-4 Ks, I'd say, your engine is ready to go to redline. And I actually do redline their bike sometimes. I believe it's good for the engine, keeps the heads polished, keeps the engine nice and snappy. So obviously don't go past the red line, but basically you don't want to red line it for the first few kilometers. You want the engine to be really nice and warm, for the oil to be nice and warmed up, as well as just the engine, so that the oil can thin out and lubricate the entire engine. And well, basically that's how I do it. Leave some comments, come and visit me on my blog spot, and I'll chat to you again soon. Ciao.